Steam is the perfect place for players yearning to get their hands on some fantastic multiplayer titles. Not only does Steam offer an abundance of great AAA releases, but it also showcases some of the best up-and-coming indie games around. Many of these up-and-coming titles come complete with a multiplayer aspect, whether it be PvE, PvP, or both. Anyone looking to get their hands on a great multiplayer Steam game has a veritable treasure trove of titles to pick from on the platform. With so many choices, it can be pretty daunting to find the best multiplayer games on Steam. Luckily, we've done that for you. Hello again, friends, and welcome back to Game Rant. I'm Casey, and these are the 10 best multiplayer games on Steam. At number 10, we've got Dead by Daylight. Horror fanatics should find themselves drawn to Dead by Daylight thanks to its lineup of recognizable monsters and survivors. The release draws heavily from pre-established horror tropes, but also features some branded killers and survivors thanks to its crossover events. Those who want to play with a group will find themselves fighting for survival against a player-controlled killer. They'll be forced to repair generators and sneak around terrifying locations to avoid capture. On the flip side, players looking to hunt can take on the role of the killer and try to slay all the survivors before they complete their tasks and escape. The free-to-play cat and mouse game is seeing constant updates with new killers and survivors added often. At number 9, we've got Team Fortress 2. Before there was Overwatch, there was Team Fortress 2, one of the most iconic multiplayer games ever created. Valve's class-based shooter sees two teams of players choose from an array of classes like Soldier, Heavy, Scout, Pyro, Spy, Medic, Sniper, and Demo Man as they battle against one another in a variety of game modes, like Capture the Flag, Team Deathmatch, Payload, and more. The title still remains a cult classic today and has quite a bit of user-created content, with custom game modes and maps. At number 8, we've got War Thunder. There are a handful of great vehicular combat titles out there, but few as visceral, exciting, and engaging as War Thunder. This free-to-play release has players hopping into tanks, planes, and more to combat one another across a series of expansive maps. Players will cap points in the main game modes, but can also engage in things like air battles and deathmatch. With tons of vehicles to unlock and customization options, War Thunder offers a ton of replayability and will keep vehicular combat fans on the edge of their seats as they thrash through destructible environments. At number 7, we've got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. After tackling Friday the 13th, Sumo Digital moved on to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, an asymmetrical horror game similar to Dead by Daylight. This subgenre has reduced its share of fun releases, but most exist firmly in the shadow of Behavior Interactive's hugely successful property. Although cut from the same cloth, Sumo's effort incorporates enough innovation and novelty to stand out from the crowd. For one, matches are 4v3 affairs rather than the typical 4v1, which means that both sides will need to communicate with each other constantly. At number 6, we've got Final Fantasy XIV. In 2002, fans were finally given the chance to live their own adventure thanks to Final Fantasy XI, an MMO experience in which players crafted their own character and joined others online to adventure through areas and dungeons together. In 2010, Square Enix tried to perfect the formula but was met with some backlash for what many considered a horrible downgrade over the original release. Fast forward to today, and Square Enix completely rebuilt Final Fantasy XIV into a realm reborn, one of the most successful MMORPGs to ever hit the market. This fantastic release lets players pick from a multitude of races and classes, allowing them to switch jobs on the fly. At number 5, we've got Dota 2. Many players are likely familiar with the League of Legends series, specifically its flagship MOBA release. Although it's immensely popular, Dota 2 stands as one of the original MOBA pioneers and is directly responsible for helping to elevate the genre into what it is today. Players will pick from a multitude of different characters, each with their own unique abilities, playstyles, and skills. From there, they'll battle against other players, taking out AI-controlled minions and towers in order to purchase new items and grow stronger. Players battle against one another until a team is able to break another team's defense. Dota 2 has grown exponentially over the years and now features tons of characters to choose from. At number 4, we've got PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. At this point, PUBG is pretty much a fixture of the multiplayer scene. While not the first of its type, the game played a significant role in popularizing the Battle Royale genre, leading to an avalanche of releases that sought to follow in PUBG's lucrative footsteps. Nowadays, Battle Royales come in various shapes and specializations, so players are generally free to pick the title that complements their needs. Consequently, PUBG can sometimes get lost in the shuffle since it's not quite as polished as some of the other popular games. Still, there is a lot to enjoy here. PUBG remains a great option for anyone who just wants to kill an hour, and while the gameplay is not amazing, it's generally decent. In 2022, PUBG went free to play, making it a no-risk option. At number 3, we've got Smite. Another MOBA, Smite differentiates itself from the pack by ditching the top-down aesthetic and instead allows players the freedom to move around and attack from a third-person perspective. Smite feels much more like a third-person shooter infused with a MOBA, and offers the same team versus team structure that has made the medium so popular. With tons of god and mythology-based heroes to choose from, there's sure to be a character that will appeal to almost everyone. Smite is a free-to-play release, meaning players have nothing to lose by logging in and giving it a try. At number 2, we've got Apex Legends. Respawn's Apex Legends launched out of nowhere and was an instant hit, cementing itself as a must-play entry in the Battle Royale sphere. A few years later, the game's relevance is largely still intact, even if it's no longer the most exciting property on the market. Respawn knows a thing or two when it comes to satisfying first-person gameplay, and that expertise is evident in Apex Legends. The gameplay is tight and satisfying, arguably placing it among the best in the Battle Royale genre. Focusing on squads and incorporating hero shooter elements, Apex Legends is fairly strategic and comes with a bit more of a learning curve than its contemporaries. Importantly, the effort is worth it. And taking our spot at number 1, Nautica Bladepoint. Battle Royale releases have taken the gaming world by storm thanks to their addictive gameplay and structure. Players will hop into matches with tons of other competitors in a bid to become the last player or team standing. Many of these releases feature similar mechanics, but few of them focus so heavily on melee elements. Nautica Bladepoint sees players hopping into a war-torn world inspired by Asian culture. Each match has players rushing to find weapons, gear, and other items to help them battle against other opponents. As the match wears on, the arena will get smaller. Similar to other Battle Royale titles, players who enjoy melee combat will find a solid array of weapons and abilities in Nautica Bladepoint. And there you have it, folks, the 10 best multiplayer games on Steam. Let us know in the comments if there's any multiplayer games on Steam that you enjoy playing. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, be sure to visit GameRant.com for more top-notch gaming content. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care for now.